The physically dominant looking person, you look at them and their arms are bulging, they're 6 feet tall.
Being kind of like that athletic, tall build.
Big, bulky, like meatheaded.
Society overgeneralizes a lot of characteristics. I mean, when you say masculine, your brain automatically goes to like the far extreme of it, like big, buff, tough guy or whatever. So I think that's just how society views it.
Is generally to show dominance, power, aggression.
More so in the non-traditional ways. I don't obviously have a physically dominant presence, but it's more so I feel like I portray a compassionate, caring side. I'm very good at understanding others. I feel I'm a good communicator, being able to put others before myself. I think
Personally, I think it's not as much as like physical, but it's more like how you act. I think it's kind of like you can be masculine if you make sacrifices and you kind of go in a leadership role.
Try to be more humble, respectful. Try to understand people and where they're coming from and why.
Typically, I stay the same. I stay true to myself.
woman, I don't try and push my dominance onto a woman. I feel like I truthfully, confidently say that I would really just kind of talk to as an individual for who I truly am.
I try to be respectful, positive, nice.
I guess if I were to choose a characteristic, it would just be that control over my emotion, I guess, or not a very emotional person, but I don't know, that could be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. Kind of knowing when to, when not to. I know in certain situations, like if you're getting flustered, if something bad's happening, you don't want to kind of overreact.
Depends what type of masculinity you're expressing, I think. The hegemonic ways, I don't think so. That doesn't really essentially get you that far. I feel you have to be able to communicate with others. Essentially, you have to be able to be a compassionate, understanding person, to be able to build relationships and that
Going on, you need to know when to maybe step in and control a situation if there was something getting out of hand. But you also need to know when to step back and let everyone else kind of deal with their own.
It can be a really good thing in the sense of society needs leaders, people to follow. Becoming more of a gray area today. Masculinity, like, I don't know, I have a tough time with that word because a lot of the characteristics of it, leader, strong, confident, all that stuff. And when you tie it to the word masculinity, it's kind of like it's just a male thing, whereas you can have a female who has literally all of those characteristics.